Million Dollar Extreme is one of the most influential comedy groups in internet history. Originally consisting of Sam Hyde, Nick Rochefort, and Charls Carroll, the comedy troupe has been producing videos under the name MDE as far back as 2006. From low-effort vertical videos to a highly produced television show airing on Adult Swim, and even their own 24/7 livestream show called Fish Tank, Million Dollar Extreme has a long and tumultuous story that has never before been encapsulated into one documentary. They've had YouTube channels, Twitters, Instagram, subreddits, and even a television show all canceled, yet still have remained relevant for nearly 20 years. In this video, we go deep into the story of MDE, talking to Sam, Nick, Charls, Erick Hayden, Jet Neptune, and even the mystery person who funded Extreme Peace. So buckle up as we travel out to Rhode Island and ultimately conclude at the Season 2 premiere in Austin, Texas, to get an inside look at America's most canceled comedians. We start this documentary off by talking to Sam about the early days of Million Dollar Extreme, way back in 2006 when the idea was first conceived while he was studying art in college.
All right, well, hey, thanks for having me, Sam.
Oh, man, I hate high school.
Got some nice cigar aromatherapy.
You don't appreciate it yet, but you will.
So yeah, I wanted to go deep. I wanted to get deep. I haven't seen you in...
Take it easy, man.
Too much talking.
We didn't even get started. I didn't even hit the road yet.
It's like a
matter, can't hold your smoke.
good cigar you got.
Thanks.
Let's start in early.
Does it smell good?
Yeah, it smells really good. And the visuals here are stunning, dude. I can almost see the road.
This is actually dangerous. I can't see what's going on in front of us here. The first use of the term Million Dollar Extreme, that was my college thesis project at RISD, Renowned Art School, not good place.
Sam's senior project titled Million Dollar Extreme was a series of sketches such as Feet Racing, Mac vs. PC, Billy Banana, Tony Leone, and more that featured the beginning stages of the group's motion graphic and sketch comedy style.
Buy 10, sell 5, you're fired! Active lifestyle, busy professional, not enough time? Grab, go, lotion, Greg Ocean.
Greg Ocean, the grab-and-go lotion, available at Rite Aid.
The only benefit I took out of that school was meeting Nick's cousin, Brian, who's a sculptor, and that's how I got linked up with Nick probably around 2007, 8, 9.
What year was the Christian rap music video?
That was probably 2006. And that's actually Brian, that's Nick's cousin in the video with me.
All right, you guys, check it out. Right now we're with the one and only Nick Rochefort.
Hey, what's going on? How is everybody doing so far?
It is what it is. Get off my fucking back! You think I care? Oh no!
Million Dollar Extreme was Sam's senior thesis at RISD. That's like, he came up with the name, and it was like a show with intro graphics. It's sort of like always been an elaboration of Sam's senior thesis.
When did you and Sam first start shooting sketches together?
In like 2008, I needed a website for the landscaping company that I was running at the time. He did motion graphics for a company.
I did stadium graphics for sports stadiums, you know that ribbon that runs around?
Yeah.
Sam worked for ANC Sports making graphics for 8 months before he realized he couldn't function within the confines of the company. Not long after quitting is when he first met Nick Rochefort.
He met me at my office, which is not far from here, in the middle of the night. I remember he showed up, we were supposed to meet at like 8, he showed up at like 11:30 and shit, and we were in my office, and he was like, oh man, and we started talking about like shit we like. He was like, do you write sketches? I was like, I write stand-up. He was like, oh cool, never did a website. He dusted off. Like 6 months later, I remember I was in my landscaping company, shit was going awry, I was getting fucked up, and I was like, he calls me up, he's like, yo, do you still want to do comedy? And I was like, yeah, I do. I'm gonna kill myself. And he's like, yeah. Then we started calling each other every day. I was at Acura. September 2008. We were typing on this Google Doc and doing sketches, and we had 300 sketches in like 4 days.
Sam and Nick teaming up was the next step in forming the foundation of Million Dollar Extreme. Classics from this era include sketches like Choco Kid,
Grab Vine, sucking your dick!
The World's Most Comfortable Man,
Hot economic times, here we go!
and Craigslist Hookers.
Listen, kiddo, we are in deep shit if we don't get someone to suck Brett Michaels' dick immediately.
All these weird character-driven, elementary, amateurish bullshit. But then I went to Mamaroneck, New York, into his apartment, and we shot this weird sketch called Dice Bro. He painted his whole apartment chroma key. It was revolutionary. Like, you're like, wait, you can put me in the sky? Like, like now you can do it on an app in an hour. But I'm like a retard. So when I found that, I was like, oh my God, like, you can do that. There's so much things you could write around that. And I did a Malbone trucking. If you ever seen that one, it's a really weird one, but it's basically just like a trucking commercial over and over again. And
hi, I'm John Malbone, Malbone Trucking. We have New England's largest assortment of dock-to-dock shipping, pound for pound, the cheapest out there. And no, our drivers don't pick up hookers at truck stops.
And we shot 5 sketches in one night. And then I went home, and now it was like off and running. And then we launched them to a YouTube page, and then moved him and a sound girl in. Come move in. I'm going to foreclose on this house. I'm going to stop paying the bills. I have probably 12 months until the bank kicks me out of here. For like 6 months, I just like changed my whole life. I stopped going to work. We started making sketches every day. We had like chroma key background. We would shoot sketches every day, and everybody I knew from like a previous life was like, yo, you're off the rails. Like, this is insane.
It was just you and Sam doing stuff together. Did any of those first sketches like catch anything that you'd consider traction at that time?
Bass was a big one. The speakers one.
I only ride with 2 kinds of people, Asian kids and piece of shit white kids.
That's the first one I ever saw from you guys. The bass effects.
Yep.
Bass.
That was like that one hit.
What year was that?
2008.
Okay.
That's a good video. Nick edited that.
I didn't know Nick edited.
Nick's actually a banging editor. When he edits stuff, it's like makes it like 10 times funnier.
That was like the first one to get to like 25,000 views, and we were like, oh, well, clearly we're gonna win an Oscar. Like it was very exciting. We're like, oh, this is cool. That was like the motivation. Like, okay, what we're doing here is probably gonna work. Then we went to Montana and lived there for like a month and a half.
You and Sam lived in Montana?
Yeah, for like a month.
What the hell were you doing out there?
We lived in the Archie Bray Fellowship. It's like a ceramicist art house. My cousin Brian, who introduced me to Sam, won the fellowship. So he lived out there for 2 years.
Any sketches from the Montana month?
No, I remember writing like this hay salesman one that was like weird, and like we just didn't. What the hell were we doing? I don't know. Oh no, we were editing. And we were drinking a lot. I was drinking a lot. Sam doesn't drink, but I was like getting hammered every night. But it was a lot. Like, we didn't have a lot of money. We had, I think, like between us, we had like $5,000 that had to last us like basically until we ran out of money. And I was like, all right, I'll go back and sell cars or whatever.
When Nick ended up returning to the dealership to sell cars, there was actually an era where both Nick and Sam were selling cars at the same dealership so they could stack up money to fund their sketch comedy ventures.
There was an era when we first met, when he first moved in with me, like way back before we took off. Like, we lived in my shitty house that we were going to foreclose on for a year, and he went and sold cars at Toyota in my group. It was Prime Auto Group, and they had a Toyota dealership. He went and worked at the Toyota dealership.
So anyway, this guy wants a RAV4 for a Corolla price. So I tell him to get on out of here. Oh wait, I think it's a customer. Hold on.
How was Sam as a car dealer?
He was good. He was like more, I think everybody should sell cars once in their life to like knock down your anxieties about, like, it's like public speaking courses and stuff like that, or acting classes. Cars sales are a really good one to be like, go ahead, go be a 30 days in a row and make no money and sit at a desk where you're like, never mind. And Sam did what? He didn't like it, but because he was selling Toyotas in West Roxbury, the Toyota store that we actually owned was a pit. And then we went to LA and did the Upright Citizens Brigade intensive, the improv theater school for like a month. I don't think we shot anything. We just did that. And then we went to Texas.
Sam and Nick had no money, so they decided to resort to sleeping on strangers' couches while traveling. I found this old profile Nick had made on couchsurfing.com that's really interesting. The trip to Texas was one of their first and probably last time staying with strangers.
I lived there for a week. I couldn't last. We were living in like a closet in a squatter's house with some punks in Dallas. It was bad. It was like real bad. And I was like, all right, I tapped out. And I remember like sleeping on a couch, and it was all like 20-year-old dudes, like 22. And it was like 100 degrees. It was the end of August. And I was like, yo, it's so hot. But all those kids were like they were all drug dealers. And then we went to this drug dealer that was like living next door. He's like, yeah, come on in. Come on. And he lived in the unit next door with his like trap ass girlfriend. And they were like, but as soon as you pulled a camera out in the fucking plaza, everybody was like, hey, what y'all doing? Hey. And it was like, oh, it was kind of fun actually. And that's when we shot like the DJ Chaos video was shot there as well.
After the foreclosed house era where Sam was living in there, he went back to live with his mom, and that's when like the vertical phone era was.
Yep.
After their first cross-country trip, Sam returned home to live with his mother and began filming what is now known as the Sam Hyde Mirrorverse era, which despite its low quality is still being watched by many fans to this day and features classics like bowl cut called
Ty here. Just got the Ultimo bowl cut. How swag is that?
Sugar Gets Me Kooky.
I go through my day pretty normal, like I'm a normal guy, I'm a swell guy.
But then I get a little sugar in me and I start to go cuckoo.
Just a little yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
And oftentimes included segments where Sam would argue with his mother, who was off screen and frustrated with his antics.
There's a new pledge going around, and it's a pledge that I've taken. I've signed to it and sworn to it. It's the pledge to be heterosexual. Keep it down, my neighbors can hear you. Heterosexual pledge. Stop. Get out. I swear to honor my heterosexuality and always bang women.
Get out of here. All right, you need to get out of here.
I will never get lost in a creamy colon of a man.
It was around this time Sam claimed he was looking for new jobs at an ad agency.
For the past day, I've been emailing advertising agencies trying to get work or something.
And I stumbled upon this hilarious video of Sam mocking the website of an agency that he found online.
And this is a company called Digitas. The challenge is, how long do you think you can last before you start physically vomiting?
One thing that inspires me is memories of being young and naive, drinking cheap Lambrusco wine in the Gianicolo this hill overlooking Rome at sunset. Love that memory.
Favorite memory? Drinking cheap Lambrusco wine in the Gambardella hills of Italy. That was a great memory.
And then in October, I was hitting up like celebrities, like, hey, this is the shit we do. Hey, like just being a like cold calling celebrities on Facebook. Be like, yo, this is the shit I do. This is the shit I do. This is the shit I do. Will Sasso was like, yo, this is dope. I sent him bass. I called Sam, like, Sam, I got Will Sasso. He's like, sick. Click. He was back from Texas. We drove in the middle of the night to LA.
From New England?
Yep, it was a 51-hour drive straight. And that's when Charls came.
Yeah.
Charls just had met Sam. I was like, oh, in the meantime, I was like, Sam, you got to meet this kid Charls. You guys both know a lot about like computers and video games and shit. You guys are going to be like, you're going to see eye to eye. And I went to kindergarten with Charls. And then we met up with Will Sasso in Burbank and we were like, hey, we're going to shoot this. This is what we planned. He was like, cool, let's shoot this. We went to his house and we shot with like the shittiest camera ever and like a $10 fucking tripod. And he was like, this is what you guys shoot on? And I was like, yeah. We have no, we're bums.
Hey guys, let's check out some of these cool new toys I got. This right here is the EPC Voyager 3650. Now I got mine running Keldo iLife 2002 edition. Don't look for it, it's not available yet. Just got the beta from my guy I work with.
We shot that sketch that we did with Will Sasso. Then we were like, oh, well, another win. And Will was always awesome to us after that. I mean, that was really below him to be doing that.
So you guys get the collaboration with Will Sasso, and then not long after, Charls comes into the fold. Do you remember the first sketch that you three did together?
I feel like it might have been Dr. Manslave. That and Smokane. I feel like Manslave might have been the first one, which was a redux of a video that Charls had made on his own before he linked up with us.
Chuck and Erick Hayden are the two funniest kids from my childhood. You know, you have those friends who are like, oh, I'm doing YouTube, I should bring these two funny friends. When I found them again, they had a thing called Black Country Enjoy. And I remember like distinctly making a note like, wow, what a weird name, $1 Million Extreme Black Country Enjoy. And their videos were fucking insane and funny. And they were very like, oh, perfect. They're gonna totally understand how to do this. And they did.
I'm gonna go in the men's room, freshen up a little bit. Charles, just relax.
Relax! Relax! Relax!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, check it out right now. I'm with the one and only Charls Carroll and Erick Hayden.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm hot. 10 years, 40 years, 200 years. Of what I'm doing, none of it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I feel like $1 million. This is a pleasure. Brandon's the man.
Yes.
Study Joseph Viking. It's the fastest way I'm gonna get through this job.
There's not much going on around here. Why don't you take my car?
And we're going to talk about the original kind of sketch comedy. Was it a duo that you guys had?
Yeah. Black Country probably was 08, if I remember correctly.
What were some of the sketches you guys did on there? Because that's some lore that I'm not even familiar with.
There was The Curse.
Boy, I need your car.
Tough shit, man. Call the cops. Dennis, I'm gonna call him.
Wait. What if I told you I could make you fly? There was Electro Treasure. There was an animation on there. I can't exactly remember. Something, Bidding of the Bone Lord, something along those lines.
Is the channel still up?
Yeah, it is still up. It's a bit defunct, but it is still up. But I believe the Manslave on there was flagged. I'm going to have to dig up some emails. It got flagged and lost and then brought back up, but it seems to have been flagged out of existence again.
I think Manslave was really weird. This is interesting because it was like storytelling.
That was the first thing I ever acted in with you, Sam, and Nick.
Good.
I believe is the remake of Manslave.
The trip to LA to film with Will Sasso is the moment where Charls joined the crew and is the official inception of MDE as we know it today. In November of 2010, the trio came together for the first time to film a 45-minute short film titled Dr. Manslave, a 6-part story about an evil psychiatric doctor that got caught killing over 30 people and deceives the authorities who apprehended him, ultimately driving them insane.
All right, and I'll work with him. I'll see if I can
Fix him, will ya? Can't fix Manslave. Shut the f up, Manslave.
Well, I'm 60, so why is he telling me things that happened to me when I was 10 years old?
It's a bizarre video that has fake commercials spliced throughout and was mostly improv. They followed the short film up with a 3-minute video titled Smokane 2 about a legendary detective starred by Nick Rochefort.
Get Smokane in here now!
You, Nick, and Charles, you know, you kind of formed a thing, $1 Million Stream. From the get-go, was it relatively well received, or was it a bit of like grinding to get some attention at first?
I don't think we've ever had anything that resembles viral success. Every view that we've gotten over the years, we've had to really fight for. We never had anything blow up, I don't think. Now, what are you thinking about the roadway right here? Is that what you're...
I'm just kind of shocked that you can see. It's like it's like we have cataracts here.
Well, listen, I'm a native.
You're using your native.
I've been doing it for years. I'm going native mode right now. Now, we definitely could use a little bit more visibility. It's actually,
I can't see anything.
You could argue that this is very distracting and it's kind of lowering the quality of the experience and the interview. Now it's actually a thread. Now we're in a thread.
I can't see anything.
There's people running in front and we have to defog this thing.
What was one of the big first MDE skits that like actually caught some traction in your memory?
What the hell was one of the big ones?
One that sticks out to me is something that I thought was hilarious was college.
Yeah, college. That whole round in Bushwick, the Brooklyn area. Yes! Whoa.
That's one of the best videos ever, dude.
Oh, that one.
The Nick line, look at my hands.
Tell me what my dick looks like.
and then you have like I have French fries in France.
I speak French. I've been to Spain. I've been to South America. I've been to Kenya. I've been to China. I backpacked across Europe. I prefer tea to coffee. I've been to Greece. I love Greek food. I'm a foodie. I'm always on the lookout for a great little place to get breakfast. Sometimes I go to Barnes & Noble and lose track of the time. The black people that I've met said I have a lot of flavor. I love my MacBook, but I also love my MacBook Pro because it has the word Pro on it. Short for prolapse.
Like, do you remember some of the lines?
MacBook Pros and prolapsing, things like that. I'm trying to gag myself, trying to puke, but I can't.
Yeah.
I actually tried to gag myself, but it wouldn't gag. I had my fingers all the way past my tonsils.
I can't believe you look back at that and it's such a sillier life.
You're on the rooftop and you're talking about, a woman who didn't take her tampon out and had it shoved into her cervix like a muzzle loader.
And I got a tampon shoved in the back of my cervix because I forgot that I had a tampon before I had sex. And your dick acted like a muzzle loader and shoved a tampon to the top of my vagina.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has that story.
What year was college?
11, 12, maybe like 11 or 12. It got picked up on like no, it was like I think Gawker picked it up. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was like we were like, yo. They would constantly hit me up and try to sell me.
Check it out. Here's my Anarchy cards. Because it's really my dad's credit cards in there.
My Anarchy card.
Boom, boom, boom. Bam, bam, bam. No pause in between. Come on, let's jam.
I'm a citizen of the world.
College is a hilarious video, mainly mocking the concept of going to college, but also filled with memorable quotes from the guys like this one.
And there's a new era of balding men out there who agonize over it for 3 years. It could be a few things. It could be genes. Oh, is it my mommy? Is it my daddy? Where's it coming from? How's this happen? Look, you can do two things. You can shave your head and be a shaved head sex waiter for the rest of your life. Or you can go get your hair plugs right away. And then you can be a sex pervert for the rest of your life.
Is it Valtrex for herpes?
Valtrex for herpes.
pretending like I don't know what Valtrex is for.
That caught traction. That was a big project. That was the point where Adult Swim started talking to us. Like someone from Adult Swim office reached out to us and they're like, give us a packet. And then we sort of like formulate how to get a show. Sam and I picked up like, okay, you have to like package it. They're not going to like take like a sketch, or they're not going to take like you have to elaborate on a premise, because it would always be like, it's a show, but what is it? And it's like, it's a sketch show like Kids in the Hall. They were like, not enough. And I'm like, why isn't that enough? Like, I don't understand. It's three guys that make sketches with beat shit actors on the street and other stuff sort of like that with animations and graphics, which is what it is now and it's what it always has been. But saying that in 2011 was like saying you wanted like Mexican tire food. And they were like, what's tire food now? It was just, like it made no sense to them. It was like saying like a fucking speaking Chinese to them. That was when they're like, all right, we'll do, I think that was when we started to do like longer format. Like here's a pilot, here's a 12-minute. Here's a quarter hour.
Around this time, making money on YouTube was nearly impossible, so even back then, Million Dollar Extreme was always promoting their own website, MDE.TV, to try and build up an audience there. They were struggling to convert viewers, with several Facebook posts from the group reading, "How many people actually go to MDE.TV? I'm constantly thinking about our web presence and the right way to approach this whole shit. Anybody got any input? Maybe none of it matters and we should just make videos and let the rest of this shit sort itself out. Do we even need a website?" As well as, "We get like 2,000 views from YouTube subscriber model, and 83 from the actual website. I guess we are YouTube slaves for life." The difficulty in monetizing content online nearly 15 years ago is what made having a show on Adult Swim such a seemingly life-changing opportunity. So MDE began working on a pilot show called Tissue Box that was parodying public access television, and this marked their first official attempt at pitching a show to Adult Swim.
MDE.
Welcome to the Rhode Island talk show, Tissue Box, where if you don't start off crying, you're guaranteed to be by the end of it.
And we had flown out to LA with Tissue Box and Tissue Box 2 in the wrapper. So we shot College Cunts, that did well, and then we started shooting Tissue Box at a local public access studio in Rhode Island, Peg, Rhode Island it's called. And that was like our first like episode. So we used their facilities to make a pilot. And we were like working our ass off to get that in like Tim Heidecker's hands. Sam would like edit through the night to get like a DVD burned to get overnighted to a guy who was gonna be next to Tim Heidecker supposedly in Los Angeles. And we handed him the DVD and he probably threw it away right away. Like, what the fuck is this? Not a good way to do it. And then after that, we started shooting like, I think we did the street interviews. That went pretty well. The New York street interviews, the Brooklyn hipster shit. That went really well. We went to go visit our friend Ryan Stack in Brooklyn. We're like, we're gonna shoot some videos. And we started doing these street interviews while we were there fucking around, and they were funny. And it was like shooting fish in a barrel. And then we stayed for an extra day just doing that.
Describe your fashion, 3 terms or less.
3 terms or less?
Yeah.
Indie, geek chic, and geek chic, fun.
Number of sexual partners, less than 10 or way more than that?
Way more. I'll lie with that.
No comment.
It was like when hipster then was like, you know, finger mustache, and like it was before everybody started. It was like pre-Portlandia, and we had known what that was because it was called Thunder Ant. Portlandia was called Thunder Ant before it was Portlandia. Skewering hipsters was on the docket. In Brooklyn, it was like Fixed Gear Bikes, Jared Leto. We were dying, and then we were rewatching the footage. And we were like, this is going to be really funny. So I think it was like our first 100,000 hit video.
I found this Facebook post from when these hipster interviews were gaining traction online, giving a glimpse into MDE's headspace at this time. I need you boys and girls to know, you old-timey MDE fans, that we didn't think we were dropping a mind bomb by making fun of hipsters, and in the grand scheme of things, that video is a throwaway. Heat rocks are coming, CEOs will die, and video history will be made. Hold on to your butts. They followed this up with some of my personal favorite videos like MDE Whips.
How much of this is about getting girls?
All of it.
There you have it. Playa.
Oh, I know at least one. You guys did a car video where you went to like a car show and Sam had the all blue on and you guys were f***ing with people?
Yep.
Was that around that same time?
Same time.
Can we ask you a personal question? Do you shave your arms?
Yeah.
Is that for the ladies? Is that just a personal thing? You like the way you feel with that?
Shows more definition.
Shows more definition.
Get rid of the hair.
Nice.
How much if we had to buy it from cash from you at the end of this interview?
100,000.
Sounds like a pretty good deal. Do you finance?
So we shot College, we shot Tissue Box. A guy from Adult Swim, Scott Little, calls us up and he's like, yo, we f*** with you guys. We want to meet with you. We were like, again, click, Drove right to LA again, another 50 hours. Drove right there. Get there on a Monday morning. We left on a Saturday in Sammy Subaru. Drove there. My wife books us hotel rooms on her credit points because she's like a buyer, so she's traveling. So we book a hotel room for like 3 days. We get to the Adult Swim office on Monday morning. No one's corresponding back to us. At the time, I had happened to be playing Words with Friends with the president of Adult Swim, Keith Crawford. We get there, no one's hitting me back. Now we're like, yo, we're in California, we're driving. I got rooms booked on my wife's car. I'm pissed off. And now I'm back to like retard. Nick. I'm like, I'll blow the building up. And I hit up Keith Crawford. I'm like, yo, we're here. We drove here 50 hours. Where the fuck is Scott Little? And he's like, he got fired this weekend.
Oh no.
And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. He brought some rapper in. I forget who it was. Some rapper showed up to the Adult Swim office and he was like drinking and smoking in the Burbank office. And he got fired like that night. So now we're there with no rep. We're just 3 kids in the lobby of Adult Swim, and we're talking to the president of the network through Words with Friends chat. And now I'm like, yo. Yeah, so then we were like, all right, you're going to meet with Walter Newman. And then we got a meeting, and it went well, but it was a weird meeting. Like, we had construction paper. Like, we had no idea what we were doing. Like, no idea. But we had shot the Tissue Box, but Tissue Box looked a lot like Eric Andre's show. And they were like, this is so weird. We're literally shooting something that looks just like this. Is even fun. This is even funnier than some of the shit. And I think it was just like a common idea, like one of those, like, you know, like you parallel thinking.
Yeah, like when Tosh.0 started reacting to the internet videos, I feel like everyone like had that same thought.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, let's use a public access studio and fuck with people and like have an absurdist sort of like late night on coke or whatever, or acid. And then they were like, let's get something going. Vague.
So you get the meeting with Adult Swim and nothing really comes of it, right?
No, we think it's like, oh, it's in the bag. We're going to get a show.
It's a done deal in your mind.
Yeah. Like, I'm, as a competitive steroid freak retard car salesman, I'm going to get it. I clearly have the TV show now. And I'm like, yeah, awesome. We got it. Like, we leave. I think we had like lunch with Will Sasso and Chad Kulchin. And we're like, yeah, man, we met with them. It's going pretty good, man. I remember we met with Tommy Blacha, who's the creator of Metalocalypse. And he's like, yeah, man, we're pretty much like in the same ecosystem now. So yeah, I met with Walter. Met with the team. Yeah, we're pretty good. Like, we were so fucking jazzed. So we stayed like a next night, and then we're like, well, I remember calling my wife and be like, yo, we can't leave, so you probably want to put an extension on the hotel room. She's like, well, I have like 4 more days of points, no big deal. She extends it. We call them,
like, don't worry about the money.
It's honestly coming in soon, so we should have a check, like, I don't know, this week. That's how I think TV shows work. And I remember calling them like on the following Friday, like that we went on a Monday. I'm calling them on a Friday, and they're like, "What are you guys still doing here?" And I was like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, like this is gonna take like months." And I was like, "What's gonna take months? Just give us a check and we'll start working now." And they were like, "No, it doesn't work like that. We put you on the slate as a potential buy, and then we pitch you as like a potential thing we want to buy." And I was like, "Oh no!" So we stayed like 5 days too long. Nothing comes of it for a long time.
It was around this time period YouTube began removing MDE's videos for violating terms of service. They had 2 strikes on their channel, and a third would mean their channel would be terminated entirely. This meant they could no longer push the envelope on YouTube for 6 months until the YouTube strikes expired. So during the uploading hiatus, they began working on a now legendary series of sketches called Ideas Man.
I'm gonna fucking take your idea quick like that. You got an idea, but what are your holdings? What are your holdings? What's your bottom line? I bet you it's that tight little ass of yours. You're fucking this all up for me. Hard to explain to my friends.
At the same time, the guys had secured a small budget from Adult Swim to produce more sketches, and they teamed up with Andrew Ruse and Thanks Computer to begin producing them.
We go home, we're like writing and we're submitting shit. They're kind of like Xing and O'ing our shit at this point, not giving us a show still. And then they gave us $5,000 to do a bunch of videos. We went down to Atlanta, and a group of dudes, Andy Ruse and Derek King, set up like a pro film set for us, and we shot 4 or 5 sketches. We shot Moms.
That one's so good.
That's a fun time.
With the help of Andrew Ruse, $1 Million Extreme upped their production value massively and were able to post on the Thanks Computer channel while they were waiting out the strikes on their own. In the sketch Moms, the troupe hired 4 actresses from Craigslist to portray their real-life mothers and act out a scenario where they caught them speaking inappropriately in a chat room online.
All my friends think I'm a...
Why?
Because of you. Because of you.
If my mom came into your room and took her pants down and then pulled your pants down, you would do it. You would do that.
Do what, coom?
Yeah, you would coom. You would coom all over her. Anybody would.
Hey!
Hey, shut up! Shut the f up!
During this time, they also filmed sketches like Murder Charles.
They know I'm diamond plated now.
They know
I'm
you're murderer
boss.
Charles.
Doesn't matter how many people I murder, I still got the old tent poles swinging around, you know?
Yeah.
People don't f with me.
Yeah.
People don't f with me.
Yeah.
People don't.
The prodigal stunner.
You crank yourself off. That's fine, Charles. It's that brother of yours that has me worried.
I got a lot to say. What are you doing here?
Yeah, try a little bit of that on, huh? Coming back here like this, huh?
Yeah, it's like this, Playboy. I'm here with my pops. He thinks I cleaned up. I said, damn, Pops, you know, it's hard out here in the streets. I gave up all that rapping business. But I didn't. You know how it is. Gutter fam for life, homie.
And the Johnny sketches.
Try not to nick the paintwork on the Johnny's ride. Yeah, because the Johnny likes it rough.
The Johnny likes it rough.
yeah, that kind of shit. So that was our first time we were like, oh, this is like a real, this isn't like no more of this shit.
After filming with the budget for the first time, the group was really starting to gain traction. Not long after, the idea for one of their most memorable works began to float around called 2070 Paradigm Shift. Here's a clip of Sam and Nick spitballing ideas about what life would be like in 2070.
Give me a few more 2070 predictions.
I have to pay to be outside.
2070? Kiss the grocery store goodbye.
Cookware is gonna be like gold. Get rid of the kitchen. Your room's for sitting and sleeping, that's it. What do you need a fucking kitchen for? You ain't cooking food, it's too fucking expensive. Slurpy slop.
Ultimately, the idea would come to fruition with Sam tricking Drexel University into giving him a 15-minute time slot to do a TEDx talk about the future.
How hard was it to get into the TED Talk? Was it difficult? Did you have to come up with a fake background, or was it easier than you guessed?
It was mad easy. I just sent them an email. The organizer's name was Daira Pujara. Mr. Pujara, my name is Sam Hyde. I'm a videographer / photojournalist. Yeah, I said I was a photographer. I was a war photographer in Somalia. The other project I worked on was a piece in Mogadishu, the most dangerous city on earth. A courageous group of women is behind a statistical drop in the rates of bombings, murders, and kidnappings. Their secret? Cleaning up the streets, removing trash and scrap. This sounds very interesting. Can we Skype sometime this week to explore possibilities of a speaking engagement at TEDx?
His work spans every continent and has been featured on television and in print, Discovery, Nat Geo, Vice, and others. He recently returned from Mogadishu, the most dangerous city on earth, where he shadowed the heroic El Mahmoud women on their quest to clean up the streets and restore humanity to their war-torn country. I present to you Sam Hyde, 2070 Paradigm Shift. Sam.
To keep up with the pompous, self-absorbed attitudes typically shown at these events, he began his speech by asking the audience to pat themselves on the back for saving the world.
Guys, pat yourselves on the back right now, okay? Let's do it. Come on. Everybody, I'm not gonna let you stop until I see everybody doing it. Let's pat ourselves on the back. There we go. You two, you're patting each other. That's cheating. Hey guys, that pat on the back right there is for saving the worlds. What inspires me is teaching African refugees how to program JavaScript. What inspires me is finding out how to use maglev trains to get resources to the moon. 9/11, September 11th. And we're gonna use some reverence here and not be silly about this, but look at what they accomplished with no weapons and just 11 guys who didn't even speak English. And that proves that sometimes great ideas are actually horrible ideas.
He continued by making a series of predictions for the future, lambasting the Steve Jobs-style seminars that were popular at the time.
2070, future, now. What? 2070 predictions. The next 50 years are gonna be some serious stuff. Trash economy. You use cubes of trash as money. Everybody becomes rich. It's a gold rush. Good luck searching for Al-Qaeda on the internet in 2070. You'd have better luck going next door and asking them in person. Israel, straight up ripped off the map. Bye! Not my choice. It's probably what's gonna happen. State-enforced homosexuality. I don't have a problem with that.
This stunt got a lot of traction online and even caught the attention of Duncan Trussell and Joe Rogan.
He's sitting on the stairs, dressed like a gladiator with a sock cap on. It's a weird outfit.
Many memes are shared from this video still to this day, like this one.
What's the one problem right now that's not going to be around in 2070? The elderly and the disabled. Because we're just going to kill them. We're just gonna kill them.
2070 Paradigm Shift. What a legendary video.
That's a good video.
How do you look back on that now?
I mean, I don't think about it. I mean, I know that it was probably very important to me making a name for myself. I mean, that one in particular, I don't think it's like super funny or anything like that. I don't know. It was good. I look back on it fondly. I mean, it's good that it happened.
It holds up very well today, I would say.
Okay, that's good to hear.
How nervous were you going up there?
I suffer from severe, like, adrenaline dump, nervousness, like fight or flight symptoms, and I was really feeling it. That beginning when I took a break to drink the water on the steps, that wasn't for effect. That was an actual, I needed to sit on the steps and take a break.
With high hopes of getting a show on television, MDE was left in a limbo state between 2013 and 2015 where they were independently producing content and trying to secure a TV deal. In late 2013, the sketch Father Figures would drop, which depicted Sam giving advice to his fictional son.
I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but your mother is, she's garbage. You know what I mean? She's a dog. Your mother's a dog. Listen, American girls, the first thing out of their mouths is money. That's what they say. You say, hey, can I show you the time of day? Can I be a nice guy to you? Can I give you some respect and be a good man for you? And they immediately, ba 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 ba. How much money you got on you? It's $60 an hour. It's $120 for a full hour, you know? And I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get a message here into your brain so that you don't have to go through the same pain that I went through for so many goddamn years.
During early 2014, Sam started his Kickstarter TV series where he would make fun of people asking for money to kickstart their bad business plans.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Kickstarter TV. In just a minute, we're going to be getting into some great Kickstarter projects. I just saw your Kickstarter, and I wanted you to know that you suck dick. Coming at you from Taya St. Omer from New York, New York. She's got $110 of her $34,000 goal, and she has 0 seconds to go.
In the same time period, Sam made his own Kickstarter for a brony dating sim game that caught the attention of YouTuber iDubbbz, who thought the project was serious and began to mock it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Kickstarter crap. Today, the piece of crap we're going to look at is called Dark Skies. There's a lot of crap to sift through on this one, so buckle up. Dark Skies, an epic brony dating sim.
My name is Pumpkin Pie, and I'm the smartest pony in the whole school. By my calculations, you'll be falling in love with me.
There's going to be a game, a playable dating sim. You're going to be able to f*** the horses, I promise, okay? You're going to blow your load right away. Trust me, when you fire this game up, your little fucking nuts are gonna start quaking, buddy. Your little nuts are gonna be quaking. You're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot. And that's a promise.
So this brony dating sim has a funding goal of $7,500, which isn't that unreasonable. I think that's probably okay. If this was a legitimate brony dating sim, there is droves of comments with people saying, oh, it's a fucking scam. The developers are super fucking shisty and awkward.
Sam copyright claimed iDubbbz's video, getting it removed from YouTube and telling him if he wanted it reinstated, he would need to squat 200 below parallel.
What was the email?
The email was, I will release the copyright claim on your video if you can send me a video of yourself squatting 200 pounds below parallel.
Why didn't you do that?
This would plant the seed for the notorious Sam vs. iDubbbz beef that would come to a boil 8 years later. Aside from MDE sketches and Kickstarter TV, Sam began performing stand-up comedy at local open mics with the intention to offend the crowd rather than entertain them.
Has anybody ever heard of AIDS Patient Zero? Anybody? You probably heard of this guy, okay? His name was Gaten Dugas, and spoiler alert, he was a hypersexual and hundreds of men yearly. Okay, they don't mention that a lot on the news, the media. You'll seldom hear about what his sexual proclivities had to do with the original outbreak of AIDS. They say the crack of schools is more violent and shit. They say the crack of schools is more violent. I say it's the institution that societized the cracker to be violent.
Sam's anti-comedy stand-up routines accomplished what they set out to do, leaving much of the crowd very angry at him and often confronting him after the show.
Do you live in real life or do you live in some shithead internet world?
I live in a shithead internet world.
What's your Tumblr? What's your Tumblr?
Jump off the Williamsburg Bridge and you'd be more valuable to. That's a hate crime.
Is this supposed to be about comedy and stuff?
Well, I'm trying to get a message across here because I understand you guys have seen some funny stuff and maybe you're ready for some sort of thing that's, a little bit more
intellectual. I don't know, sorry. If you don't like it, you can leave. Go ahead. Well, I'm having a big laugh too, just looking at you, man. Have a nice night.
You're done! You're done! You're done! You're done! You're f***ing done! Get the f*** out! You're f***ing done!
And then we shot a bunch of stuff, and then they gave us 15 grand, and we shot like even more shit. So basically, we're at this point, we're like, see how much stuff we can shoot for 15,000? Imagine if you gave us $1 million.
Oh shit, they got goobers here? Hey yo, I love goobers. Hey, I love these goobers. I love the goobers, man.
It was like 6 months after that, they flew us to Atlanta, and then we got the pilot.
After the second round of funding proved to be a success, Adult Swim officially picked up $1 Million Extreme Presents World Peace in May of 2015.
Basically from 07 to 2015 is kind of the timeline there, from just starting to doing the Adult Swim show.
How did you guys feel when the show got picked up and it was like, you're actually going to have a show on Adult Swim?
Hearing the news, of course, I'm excited as hell because I'm excited for my friends, but I wouldn't say it's at all my show in any regard, but they were nice enough to invite me to it, which is great because it was a pilot at that point, right? So you get this pilot, and I immediately was pounding beers and cheersing with my wife, and they said like, oh, get your stuff ready, you're going to be acting in this pilot. And I said, oh, that's great. So I mean, that's the first step. You want to get the pilot, and then obviously you're hoping it's going to go through. We all knew it would go through. It just, you didn't know it would take 3 months to do this, 6 months to do this. So like, you had no idea. You just think like, oh man, I'm just going to have to go back to selling ass or something like that. But things come through.
Was there like a big joyous moment when it happened, or it was just like, now it's time to lock in and go harder? What did you feel?
Well, there I guess it was a relaxation of joy, definitely the vindication of work, but it was a lot. The tone of it was mostly like, okay, you're about to be taken seriously now. You have to sort of step into bigger shoes, and you gotta prepare for the future. And there was always a good aim, even from the beginning.
What was that feeling when you actually, after years and years of work, got the green light to officially do an Adult Swim show?
Crying like a fucking... calling my dad, telling him it's going to be all right. I was pumped. I was so pumped. I was like NFL lineman after the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like jazzed as shit. I remember being like, oh, clearly I have 10 seasons. Like, you know, like, oh, cool, I have that. What else can I do? But it was really good. I was like, oh, we're going to get a pilot that can't take it away now. The guy said it. So, because they really leave you in the limbo. You know what I mean? Like, you never really know where you stand with any of these fucking executives.
You guys were in limbo for years, it seemed like.
It was like, yeah, it was probably like, kind of like a year and a half of like jerking off for like 10, 15 grand, like, you know, 15 grand, 5,000 of your own money that you don't even really have. Yeah, because I remember it was probably like 8 or 9 years before we ever got $1.
In the downtime between the show being filmed and it airing on Adult Swim, MDE dropped several classic videos, such as How to Make It as an Artist, where Sam puts on a seminar at Rutgers University mocking art school and the art world.
In 2011, over half of college grads under age 25 were unemployed. What? That doesn't make sense. These are real images from Rutgers art students from 2012 to 2013. You guys, I don't know if anyone in here is a painting or a fine arts major, but you're not good. Smash and bang system 2! Smash and bang system! We're gonna smash it! We're gonna smash it! We're gonna smash it! We're gonna smash it!
Yale Lives Matter, where Charles and Sam head to one of America's most prestigious universities to bring a message of universal peace.
White civilization, Western civilization was built on resources stolen from the black man. You feel me? Paper is an oppressive Western invention. My moral superiority right now is choice. Do you support Black Lives Matter? You didn't oppress anybody today? I can't believe how racist he was. He's gonna hit me with his baton. I'm kind of starting to get high on my own supply. This feels righteous. You know, because at the end of the day, I know I'm a better person than this guy because he's not protesting. I don't care. Shut up. Yesterday was a rehearsal.
And the sketch Boston Ross.
Look at you. You look nice.
Oh, thanks.
Where'd you get those clothes?
You know I went to Ross.
You went to Ross?
I went to Ross, of course.
I knew you looked good today.
My chick won't give me any quality time. Quality time. My chick won't give me any quality time. I need my QT. My quality time. My chick won't give me any QT unless I'm looking nice. And that means Ross. Tell you what, next time you're getting some little quality time, little QT quality time with your chick, pull out a Citizen watch. And then just feel how wet pussy gets. Yeah, I remember. She was a tight little piece.
She was a prude, though. She wouldn't do anything, except one day I rolled up wearing a Citizen watch, full Ross, and I think you know what happened next. Fucking took the anus, bro.
In November of 2015, MDE releases the John Oliver political call-out video where the infamous school shooter picture is taken that has since been used to troll dozens of news organizations, claiming that every time a mass shooting occurs, it was at the hands of Sam Hyde.
For the sake of argument, if you come at me in a public situation, if I had to defend myself outside your apartment, I'm watching you through your window, and I have to shoot through a crowd of people to defend myself. John Oliver.
You know, they released the name of Sam Hyde, who caused this event.
Крил Nikki Samuel Hyde.
Op sociale media bijvoorbeeld van dit soort belachelijke dingen tegen. Twitteraars die suggereren.
Just the other day, Kinzinger posted images on Twitter of a Ukrainian air ace called the Ghost of Kiev.
It happened after the shootings in Parkland, San Bernardino, Las Vegas, Orlando.
Showing just how little research mainstream media does and how quick they are to run a story, even if it's not true, just to get clicks. So how was the filming of season 1? Like, how was that experience?
It was cool. It was, oh shit. People hated us. Like, they hated our guts. Like, the entire network did. They were like, they're like, are you guys really Nazis? And I was like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you guys serious? Like, guys like you, like normal cool guys who would be in your, like you'd hang out with, like, dude, are you seriously a Nazi, bro? And I'm like, bro,
give it to me straight.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm cool. Yeah, but I'm like, is this fucking real right now?
When we were working at Adult Swim, we didn't have final say over the edit or the sound design or the graphics, etc. It still came out very good, obviously, but it wasn't like a fully, tightly packaged. It wasn't something we poured our hearts and soul into on the post-production side because we weren't really allowed to.
And things were kind of like switched a bit last minute, yeah?
Yeah, they switched stuff around. They took the graphics out, which was kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, they fucking suck, man. Adult Swim sucks.
Because during the pilot, we were like letting like fly and shit. It was really when, like, if you remember 2016, like pre-Trump era,
yeah,
everybody was, it was really like the first time where it was like, if you say you might as well be put in the electric chair.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to know the other words you're saying, but I know you're saying them.
Worse than being a murderer.
It's worse than being a murderer.
Literally.
That word is like a silver arrow.
Yeah.
God, what they had to deal with is so ridiculous. You know, and that it was like that. It was literally like that.
Yeah, and you guys just weren't bending the knee, so they hated that.
Yeah, there was like, guys, shut up. And then like the girl saying that was like trying to suck all our dicks. Like the girl that was doing the most bitching was literally trying to fuck all of us. She's wearing bodysuits with no bra or underwear to set. And then as soon as we started saying like, she was like, they can't say that.
Was she the woman that tried to break into
Yes.
that was her?
Yes.
Some unhinged tried to break into the production room and like delete a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah, I remember that. There was some controversy where there was some locks. It looked like there was some burglar tools being taken to some locks, and we were all beaten off at the time thinking about who could possibly be doing that. There was some physical marks on the door, and there was also signs of men ejaculating knowing that who had tried to do it, and they were all getting off thinking about them trying to do it. In all honesty, what was she mad about? God, I mean, I really don't know. Maybe someone didn't like what we said in it? I mean, it's not normal for me to be like this. Who did this show right here? I'm gonna fucking get him. Like, that's not normal for me to do, so it's hard for me to understand.
On June 14th, 2016, a Vulture article came out before World Peace calling out Adult Swim president Mike Lazo for having 0 female creators among the network's 47 shows. Coming out 2 months prior to the premiere of World Peace, it helped create a climate of scrutiny that loomed over the show.
And then, Charles, what happened at the, we'll call it not a rap party, but the upfronts? Yes. Yeah, in New York. You're right. And wasn't there some heat there too? I remember there with Andrew, and we got someone in our face asking about MDE and that shit. They were trying to get a rise out of us, and I was there to sort of handle the situation because I knew exactly how to handle it. And I guess they were just asking me why I do such extreme things. And she's like this: "Do you hate women?" I'm like this: "No." I was like this: "I find them sexually attractive." And that was my answer.
Do you hate women is a crazy question.
Do you hate women? I was like this. I mean, you don't answer that question normally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't defend yourself or you don't go on the offense. You just might as well start talking sexually. You can never trust anyone, even if they're arguing with you online. You can never trust them. They could just be lying when they say they hate something you say or they disagree. They could just be lying. So you gotta play it. You gotta play it your own way. If anybody's ever coming up to us with a question about something like Charles gets that question, right? You hate women. You already know they have like a million things to back up whatever the hell they're going to do to attack you, right? And I'd be completely underprepared because I truthfully think that it is just a comedy show. Yeah. So I have I have no way of defending myself other than saying, what the f***? It's just funny. Anyone who says they're offended by something you say or offended by comedy is lying. And I swear to that.
Despite employees at Adult Swim attempting to cancel the show before it started, World Peace aired on Adult Swim on August 5th, 2016 to over 1 million live viewers.
Vice Principal Dono. Principal Dono. So what you're saying is bullies function as a sort of social watchdog.
Exactly. Well, we found that bullies tend to sniff out the troubled or stupid student.
I'm tired of playing with these. I'm not playing with you anymore.
And make sure their sociopathic and bad behavior gets nipped in the bud right away before it can become a problem.
What's up, you post people? What I tell you, stay out of my hallway!
You know you can't be a fly nigga if you raise your hand.
The season premiere was to over 1 million people. I think the last episode was also to over 1 million people, right?
Yeah, I think it went like, it's supposed to like, you want it to do that. Like, it's very common that it does that. But if it does like a nice Nike swoop, that's like you're getting another season, that like in a ratings, if you ever want to like chart a ratings for a show, that's usually what they want.
And in that time frame, you must have felt pretty good, right?
Yeah, it felt a bit of an invincible position, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty nice for a little bit of a time. You got to fantasize about having a stable road to display your specialty.
World Peace was the highest rated show on cable in its time slot, and even had as many viewers as the Eric Andre show.
And then after that, the ratings were good. Once they started getting like blowback inside, that's when kind of shit started to go off the rails.
Because initially Mike Laza was saying he wanted 10 seasons of it and he loved it so much and all this, right?
We were waiting for renewal. So I'm sitting in Massachusetts, the show's launched. We're basically waiting for our 20 episode deal. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $73,000 or $90,000 for like 6 episodes plus pilot. It took us 5 months to live in Atlanta. They gave you $4,000 total to live down there for 5 months. Like, I get why Adult Swim is progressive, because they pay a bunch of fat comic book kids like their first $90,000 a year job to not like jerk off and pop zits in their own mouth. And actually, Hulk Hogan actually didn't tour with the Macho Man. I don't know if you know that, but Alf was actually created on the back end of Batman Returns.
Yeah, sweet, dude.
Like that's cool. How hard do you beat it? Hard, hey! And it's just like, that's kind of like the culture of the place.
Soon after World Peace was released, a certain journalist by the name of Joe Bernstein began writing a hit piece article, attempting to get the show canceled despite its fantastic ratings. Someone by the name of Joe Bernstein is writing a BuzzFeed article in an attempt to get you guys canned, right?
Yeah.
You remember hearing about that, or which memory?
Yeah, that was like when it was like, hey, we're getting some negative feedback. And I was like, who cares? And it was like, I'm going to call him.
Because he wants to do an interview with Sam.
Do you consider yourself a member of Adult Right?
Of Adult Night?
Then they started to come, that Adult Swim started to come back like, don't say anything. And I'm like, why? And this is like after the meeting where they said they were going to do 20 episodes with us, or 100 episodes or whatever. So we're still riding high. I'm like, listen, let's not f anything up. Let's chill. Let's just listen to them. But then they started being like, you guys are just f***ing it up for yourselves. And I'm like, you guys kind of hate us, huh? Like, yeah. Like there's one of the emails you can see like where I kind of like come loose and I'm like, you gave us no f***ing money for marketing. Now we're f***ing for standing up for ourselves and saying like, it's not like that. Everybody should be scared. Like, no sacred cows in comedy. Everybody gets slaughtered. It's the rule. And like, they were like, nah, just like, it's not a good time right now. And like, kind of like threatening, like that. You know, when people are like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. As soon as they started to talk like that, like the emails went like that, and then they started to do like that. But there's a part where they basically start getting like threatening and like shit that no normal man would put up with. Clearly you fucking hate us. A girl tried to break into the fucking office and throw water on a fucking, like, you've had like multiple quote attacks where if this shit is, it's like fucking insanity. You've done nothing to like protect us. You did no marketing whatsoever. You did 2 commercials for us, two blips. They were launching other shows at the time that fucking sucked cock, and they were like giving them like interviews and bringing them out and doing like the red carpet rollout, and we're getting fucking dogged out.
While the Joe Bernstein hit piece article was racking in tens of views, one of Adult Swim's ex-employees, Brett Gelman, claimed he departed the network because of World Peace, claiming they were neo-Nazis and cited the show as an instrument of hate.
They had also greenlit this show called $1 Million Extreme.
Oh, you said it.
And then, I
Which
just
was like an alt-right sketch show.
Yeah, I mean, it was an
like
alt-right. It's
literally a neo-Nazi sketch show.
Alt-right, it's totally a neo-Nazi sketch show. And they have a neo-Nazi following. They had amassed this following. And I was just like, I don't want to be part of a business that gives employment opportunities and a voice to people who are amassing a hate following online, regardless of what their show is.
Yeah, Brett Gelman gets a show.
Yeah, that was real good. Did well for them.
Fucking cocksucker, dude.
Yeah, he's really cool. His girlfriend, his wife who fucks her brother. Didn't you meet your wife at a fucking sex cult in LA? Call me a lie. Sue me for lying. Don't you go to fucking sex clubs with your wife, you fucking loser?
Tim Heidecker from the Tim and Eric Show publicly supported Joe Bernstein and Brett Gelman's boycott of world peace, and even asked his own audience to call Adult Swim's advertisers to ensure that the show got canceled.
If you're listening and you hate this thing and you think it's evil, or you think that it's spreading messages of hate, misogyny, anti-Semitism, you should speak out. You should go and let the advertisers know.
Trying to ruin your life. Him, Tim Heidecker, and fucking Bernstein all trying to fuck you up. And a guy named Vic Berger.
Yeah, Vic Berger, he's cool. Vic Berger gets paid a lot. He still hangs around with Tim. Tim's the hot shot. He gets paid a lot of money. He's been with his boy for 10 years. Vic, what did you claim last year in your taxes? Did Tim pay you a lot of money to do office hours? I bet you he doesn't. I want to know how much money Tim Heidecker pays Vic Berger.
And I'm sure you don't want to talk about these people, but like how much people like Joe Bernstein and Brent Gelman and Tim Heidecker were going out of their way to like just be shitheads at that time. I kind of forgot a bit, because those are people that are easy to forget about.
Sure. They were definitely on the attack. It's all good.
Yeah. No hard feelings.
No, you just have to, stuff like that, that's life. You have to win. You can't do anything else.
World Peace is on the air. It's a smash hit. Season 1 concludes. And then a young man by the name of Joe Bernstein decides he's going to write a hit piece article, right?
He did a journalism that was something that it was bad.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah. Was he getting a buzz? Is he putting pills up his ass or something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Those were ancient days. Even BuzzFeed, that's been gone for years too now, isn't it?
I think so, but I believe he called himself like a Nazi hunter and thought that you guys were like public enemy number one.
Called himself a Nazi?
Joe Bernstein ended up writing 3 articles to get world peace canceled, all while he himself had made comments online such as, "Kill a straight white man on your way to work tomorrow," and "Being a Jew means never having to say sorry you're white." All of this, in his own words, stemmed from him following in the footsteps of his Nazi hunting father.
I remember him saying something like, "You don't think I have power?" I remember him saying that. I think the Bernstein guy, like, "You don't think I have power?" Meaning, like, I'll make a call.
Well, I remember, Sam talked to Tim Heidecker, and Tim was saying, like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything to get your show kicked off the air."
Didn't you campaign against our show? Didn't you talk to people to tell them you didn't like the show?
Nope. I've been very honest and forthright about my experience with the show and with your audience, and that's really all I have to say about it.
I liked Tim and Eric, the whole like space, all that stuff, funny, but like my respect for him just went down to hell after the cancellation.
So you do believe he wanted us off the air?
I wouldn't even give him a second of saying that he didn't. He's a liar if he says he didn't.
How the hell did he have so much pull where he's the gatekeeper and the keymaster of 11-minute shows?
And they make claims that you hid swastikas in the show. The Young Turks, consisting of Hassan Piker's uncle and his bitchy co-host, also parroted the sentiment that swastikas were hidden in world peace.
They found hidden swastikas in the show.
And they literally had to tell them, can you guys not have hidden swastikas on the show? Like, just take them down.
Saying that we hid coded racial messages and swastikas in the show is, first of all, retarded. Why would we do that? That makes zero fucking sense. It's our first TV show. We're nervous as shit. We don't want to get kicked off. I got a good idea. Let's put a swastika in there.
I don't remember anything. I don't believe so, no. I wanted to hide QR code stuff in a way that could be undetected in a final edit in some way, in a QR code that would be dynamic and impossible to destroy, but I think they would have found it, or I just didn't care enough to try.
And if you still aren't convinced these people are lying, listen to how Anna Kasparian talks about the wine party sketch that was featured in World Peace.
They like to do these ridiculous pranks where if they found a woman unattractive, they would purposely trip her into a glass table.
I'm getting more wine.
No, help yourself. $36 a bottle. Please enjoy it.
Yeah,
36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36. 36.
Nick. What's going on, big guy? You just tripped my wife.
As you can see, Anil Kasparian blatantly misrepresented the sketch, but the brigade of morally grandstanding journalists still succeeded in getting World Peace canceled and taken off the air.
We lost everything, destroyed everyone's lives. Everyone's lives were destroyed.
What are you thinking when you hear it is 100% canceled?
I remember I had a miscarriage with my wife the same day.
Oh.
I had a miscarriage in the hospital in Massachusetts.
That's real?
Yeah. And it was like that day, and then I get a phone call. She's like this, the heartbeat is dead. I'm like this, you're kidding me. Walter's calling. He's like this, hey man, we're done. I was like this, yeah! Like literally so we get in the car, we don't even go home. We're at Worcester Mass General Hospital. I go, I don't care how much this costs. I had like 30,000 left over in my bank account. I was like, I'm gonna drink until we're dead tonight. We rented a room at the Mount Washington Hotel. We listened to Alice in Chains Spotify the whole way up there, and we stayed in the hotel and got hammered for 2 straight days.
Down in the hole.
Yeah. No. We just turned ourselves into Lane Staley's corpse. Sometimes life just makes you suck a devil's dick for 5 hours while it pisses in your mouth.
Yeah.
And that was one of those days. I mean, it teaches you a lot about life and resilience and stuff like that. Because I've had a few bad days recently, but that was as bad as that was the worst. That was bad.
The show is canceled. Your Twitter is deleted. What was happening in those years, 2017, 2018?
Started doing a solo vlog podcast just because I didn't have any idea what else to do. No money, no team, no nothing. So I had to just kind of start over, basically. Hyde Wars, yeah. But bare minimum, like what can you do with a camera? Just rant autistically. Hyde Wars, Volume 1.
Sam went on to start a solo web series behind his paywall called Hyde Wars, where he would rant at the camera about various topics, many of which included advice to his younger viewers on how to cope with life, be a better person, and navigate existence within the current state of the world.
Get good at whatever it is. Welding, plumbing, car sales, doesn't matter. Develop some type of skill.
It also produced hilarious moments like this.
Geez, dude. 350? Dude. I just hit my car. I'm on these pills, bro. I can't do 350.
He would go on to share his thoughts about the show's cancellation in episodes like Blacklisted Desperado.
I'm bitter. I don't like that our show was canceled.
As well as create other series behind his paywall, such as Happy World Daddy and Ecstasy of Car. The show gets canceled, and then it was a dark time.
Yeah, it was Benny, it was Tim. Who knows? It was me.
How much did that take the wind out of your sails?
Well, for a feeble, weak individual, I guess it kind of shuts you down pretty much. But I guess if you're not, then you soldier on.
Yeah, but for me, it would just, I would be. Whew.
That's me.
That was me.
I was like this.
Because when we spoke to Sam, he was like, I just got back to he started the Hyde War series. He said he just got back to slugging away. And I'd like to say I'd do that, but I don't know that I would.
Me personally, I was like this. What do you mean it's canceled? I was like, I was going to be an actor on TV. I said, Charles, you said this is going to be movies. I know. And I'm like this. I'm smoking a bong. This is the guy. I'm like, I'm the best sketch writer of all time. I was like, I put all my chips in Charls Carroll. I'm the best sketch writer of all time. That's my best friend. It was so stupid.
Charles rips him on. Back to the drawing board.
That's pretty much how it was. I picked up a shovel and I went right back to work.
You went to construction?
I went back to construction. There wasn't even a gap. I think I sighed for like 2 seconds. I was like, it's over.
It felt like we were in
all right, so the concrete pours tomorrow.
It felt like during that time, from my perspective, like it was the timeline felt all f***ed up. You know, I felt like everything went dark and it was bad.
It was a dark time. The 2016 time, there was a huge shift in what you could be crucified for in 2016, especially, and there were a lot of people, us included, that were made examples of.
My recollection of the Charls content between 2016 and God knows when is a bit blurry. What was going on in those years? Because I feel like the next time I really tapped back in with you was when you were streaming on Twitch.
Yeah,
we were having movie nights. We were doing those kinds of things. When did that start?
After that, I said, you know what, I'm gonna get prepared for some streaming. I'm gonna start some streaming on Twitch, and I'm gonna get. Immediately, Joe Dirt came to mind. It was like, I met a lot of people. I cranked some tunes. That was pretty much me, but I did the opposite of that. I was just sitting in my room like, everyone me over that bad.
I used to be on TV.
Yeah, how could you do this to me? I get on Twitch and there's a couple hundred people. What happened to me? You know what I'm saying? I started doing Twitch in 2017.
It was the next year.
Yeah, it was next year. So that that year in the interim must have been pretty fruitful. Yeah, I kept on working. You see, like everyone else did, they kept on soldiering on. I said I was doing that since the beginning. No, Charles, you came and worked for me.
Did you do construction?
I'm doing construction at that point, pretty much. You started working construction for me for like 4 years.
No way that long?
Yeah, I was doing construction. I was like, I gotta start getting on Twitch after that. This is construction flip-flops, look.
When Charles wasn't doing construction, he was live streaming on Twitch and even made a 5-episode series on YouTube called Charls Peer Show with guests like Erick Hayden and Andrew Ruse.
It doesn't matter that I had some gaming that really changed God's soul, I would say, personally. And I would also say the movie nights on there, I did the public a goddamn service. They owe me a fucking medal for it.
I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them. I did. They were fun.
But it's like back then you were like, oh, either I'm on TV, man, or I'll be crying.
What did you do right after the show was canceled for the next like year or two?
Yeah, I opened an antique shop, which is a terrible idea. It was like liking women and then opening a gynecology office. like no, this is not what I want. And it's like, oh, I have an infection in here, and it's pustules, and you're just throwing up inside all day. I did well for myself, but it wasn't cutting the mustard. But I was drinking often, like 5 nights a week, 6 beers, taking the edge off, buying antiques willy-nilly, waking up at 10, going to auctions, and like running a business poorly, loosely, opening 4 days a week and wondering why I'm not successful. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this should work. Oh, hungover, wearing like t-shirts and sweatshorts to work every day. Just being a fucking bum, like depressed, to be fair. I gained like 55 pounds. So I was like a fat mess.
What followed the cancellation of world peace was a series of devastating blows to MDE that were meant to remove them from the internet entirely. Their main YouTube channel, subreddit, Instagrams, and Twitter accounts were all terminated within 2 years of the show's cancellation. When you first got your channel deleted, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be hard to remember, but do you know how many like subscribers you had?
I want to say 250.
That's a lot back then.
I mean, it was hot. It felt like a lot. I don't know if it was 250, but it was a lot.
And did that like brutally take the wind out of your guys' sails when that first happened?
No. Hell no. Life is a succession of terrible things happening and brutally taking, like this car accident, we're getting brutally taking the wind out of your sails. There's no other option. What else are you gonna do? Just fucking sit in a room and play with yourself?
Yeah, cry about it, masturbate?
Something. You gotta do something, man. But no, it didn't take the wind out of our sails. It was annoying, but it taught me a good lesson, which is don't build a business on quicksand. The environment that you're building a business in, if it's hostile, you have to be ready for a rug pull.
Do you remember when you guys first got your channel deleted?
I don't, man. I really don't. Like the original YouTube with all the videos on it. No, I actually don't remember. I don't even remember that it got deleted.
I'm trying to do
that was news to him. I'm like,
they deleted us?
Yeah, of course I remember that.
Well,
yeah.
It's just hard. It's hard to put all the pieces back together.
Yeah, I hear you.
They kept nuking you.
Yeah, there was a few nukes, and even 2014, it's like 1917 sometimes.
Yeah, 5 lifetimes ago.
Yeah, it's freaking like Inception.
You know, we were still fighting, you know, because people were like, oh, Sam should have never said anything to Joe Bernstein. That's what, and it really wasn't. It really actually wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have a chance. We didn't have a fighter's chance. It was, I didn't blame Sam as much. Chuck was pretty bent out of shape about it. They were mad at each other, and
the crew disbanded.
Yeah, and like none of us talked. You know, like we really didn't. Truth be told, we really didn't hang out much.
$1 Million Extreme entered a dark era between 2017 and 2020, where the group wasn't putting out content together and everyone had gone their own ways. This changed in late 2020 when Sam and Nick began a podcast called PGL, short for Perfect Guy Life, hosted on MDE.TV, and this marked the first glimmer of life in years for $1 Million Extreme.
And then PGL started becoming a thing, and then time ticks on, and then PGL starts going for like, then I start like selling cars and going every every Tuesday or every couple of weeks I'll go do a PGL every couple of weeks. So that was fun. Joey, Chris Lynch started coming around. All these dudes, I don't know any of these guys.
The next big milestone in MDE history began in 2021 when iDubbbz came out to shoot a documentary about Sam Hyde, where Sam created an elaborate hoax to fool iDubbbz into thinking he lived a deranged life with a drug-addicted girlfriend. Sam waited 9 months for iDubbbz to post his version of the documentary, and after spending $15,000 on the doc himself, he decided to stop waiting around and release his own version of the video titled The Truth About iDubbbz.
Have you tried to get her any help?
No, seeing as she's a girl I paid $500 to shave her head and pretend to be my girlfriend, no, I haven't tried to get her any help. Should you want me to try?
Well, okay.
I don't know her that well. It's probably not my business to get her off drugs. Also, I think I told her to put her hand in your pocket and pretend to be on drugs.
Shut up.
After facing some backlash, Ian finally released his version of the documentary titled Getting Away With It, which ultimately led to Sam having a big career resurgence.
I think the iDubbbz doc was like the piercing into the sort of normie YouTube world, I want to say.
iDubbbz was working on hosting a boxing event titled Creator Clash, which featured Harley Morenstein. Harley came out to Rhode Island to train with Sam, and to show support, Sam bought over $10,000 of front row tickets to attend his fight. The day before Creator Clash took place, iDubbbz informed Jet Neptune outside the venue that Sam was officially banned from the event.
Sam Hyde has been banned from attendance. iDubbbz pulled us outside and informed us of the tragic news and told us not to pull any stunts.
Not long after Creator Clash 1 was over, I reached out to Keemstar to see if I could get a fight on KSI's upcoming Misfits promotion. He responded by telling me if I could get Sam Hyde to train me, he would sign me to the organization. So I got on a call with Sam, and a few days later moved in with Jet Neptune in Rhode Island to begin training full-time.
It's been a week almost.
Really appreciate what you're doing for me, man. We trained around here.
Yeah, we did it. Right over there. Yeah.
You took me to a park over there.
Yeah.
Remember when we played a body shots?
Yeah.
And I tried to hang with the big dog?
You had a very strong hook.
Remember that day I got blasted, though? That I started puking?
In the park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was funny.
That was fun.
Yeah. I love the song. You put some like city pop song over that, didn't you?
I think so.
That was like a beautiful memory. So try to keep your feet underneath you and your center of gravity. Try to keep it the same. Just pay attention to how much energy you're spending. Darth Jocko.
Darth Jocko's sticking his neck out, and he's the reason I'm even signed, so thank you so much, genuinely. This led to me accompanying Sam to his fight versus I Am Thompson in London on the first ever Misfits boxing card, where he stayed in his Candyman character the entire time.
Sweet sugary adversaries are perfect for the munching. With a hankering for confectionaries, my fists are hungry for punching. In the marshmallow ring, the ropes look like Twizzlers. Body shots to my jelly belly merely give me a snicker.
Yeah. I was also ringside for his victory and now iconic post-fight speech calling out Hassan Piker.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you!
No! Hassan! He's gonna eat Hassan like a peppermint candy. Hassan, you're a punk. Accept the fight. Don't be a coward. Sam and I then went to Austin, Texas for my fight against Ice Poseidon, and he had a very memorable moment in the post-fight interview where he said this.
Suck a dick with AIDS on the tip. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
After my fight, I headed back home to Maryland to refocus on growing my channel, and Sam began his streamer arc with Jet Neptune. My boxing training camp had just finished, and it was kind of like Sam didn't want to box again, and it was like, what's the next era?
And I think Sam learned a bunch of shit from dudes when he did his boxing event.
Yeah.
That was like, yo, you guys should do streaming. And he came back and he was like, yo, we have to stream. And we did a video on the house thing where I basically scared this house. This one house right around here that was $1 million. They're in like peak house shit. And I was like, I could do that over and over again. Like I could do that. I do that when I drink.
Nick begins his Scuffed Realtor live streams where he shares home buying advice and his audience donates addresses for him to review the quality of the home. It wasn't long after this that pre-production for what would later be known as Fish Tank began. Fish Tank is a reality show live stream co-created by Jet Neptune and Sam Hyde. 8 contestants battle for 6 weeks to see who will be the last one standing and win the $35,000 cash prize. I left Providence in November of 2022, and it was not long after that the what I think was originally considered Hell House, was that the original name of Fish Tank? Mm-hmm. Started its conception, and that was really cool to see.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah. What was it like from your perspective, just the inception of Fish Tank and the kind of explosion that it had on the internet right when it started?
Well, it's shocking that it was that successful. I didn't think it was going to be successful. Jet is the one who believed in it, loved it, and did all the work and created it. And I had no idea that it was going to be a big hit, but it was, which was Fun.
In this next segment, we visit the Fish Tank Season 3 and Blood Games 2 house, which was unfortunately fallen on hard times. The house you're about to see was supposed to be the set of Blood Games 2, but was soon after condemned for allegedly violating city zoning ordinances. Simultaneously, the Season 4 house, which served as the location for Season 1, was also shut down by the city. So the show then moved to the Season 2 house, which was instantly condemned in under 24 hours without inspection. Finally, the Fish Tank team moved to the Season 3 house to try and finish out Season 4, and as they were wiring everything up, they learned if they went live in that house, they would face criminal charges and go to jail. So as it stands right now, Fish Tank is on hold as they look for different properties to host the show at. So this is some of the final footage you will see from this era of Fish Tank, and it was filmed at a time when none of these city zoning disasters had occurred. Alright, so we're here right now at the Season 3 Fish Tank house with the one and only Ben and Jet Neptune.
Hi. Basically, it's like Disney World for autistic guys. I got a lot of fat autistic guys in medieval clothing right now, and they're playing pretend in the rain.
This place is insane though. How many buildings are on this property?
There's 3 buildings. Only one of them was on screen. Got the wood shop up there. That's where I tinker and toy around.
This is pretty crazy. It's wild to me because I remember when I was in Rhode Island, it was like you guys were just starting to conceptualize Fish Tank, right? Wasn't it originally?
I remember talking your ear off about it. You were it was probably like talking to like a really mentally ill guy. I'm like, so there's gonna be a house, so cameras are live, and you can select each camera. And I was talking your ear off about that, but we got it kind of figured out. Now we do it outside too, and that's what I'm gonna be showing you here. Not only just a house, we did it in the woods too.
Yeah, so there's different iterations of Fish Tank, right? There's Fish Tank. Is there something called Bitch Tank? And then there's Blood
Fish
Game?
Tank is not canon, but Blood Games is canon.
Okay. There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
What the hell? I feel like I'm in Renfest.
If Renfest was like kind of poorly built by a bunch of people with no skills. You see our giraffe?
Yeah, that's good.
Now, the main thing I wanted to show you, Brandon, is our cutout animals. If you look at our barn, we have a dog and a pig. You ever seen like a schizophrenic guy like paint himself, like a self-portrait?
Yeah.
And as he gets sicker and sicker, it just becomes less and less of like a real painting.
Now the pig, I built the pig and then I used a hyper-realistic picture of a pig for the face. And that's a collab, actually. Me and Jet worked on that face together.
From season 1, you guys had like what, 3 people working on the production?
Yeah.
How many people do you have working on the season now?
Like 15, 20.
These are workers, not like contestants?
No, so everybody here is working on the map because it's a lot of work. It's a ton of work to like build all this. I know there's not like much, but there's way more over there. These guys right here, they're full-time soldiers.
What the hell? What's your guys' role here on Fish Tank?
I kill people. Sergeant Smithy, pistol team.
How would you describe Fish Tank to someone who's never heard of it?
Big brother meets jackass.
I don't think it's maybe as cruel as it appears to be from the outside. Things are very friendly around here. I don't know.
I think it's a wonderful experience, truly. Yes, Jet and the others have helped me bring my dream to life, you see. I get to go out in the woods and cast spells and fight people and have lots and lots of fun and make fun of people in a 4chan style way that would get me fired if I had a real job. And that's all I ever wanted to do. So these wonderful men help me fulfill this dream of mine instead of having to go and deal with my son or my family or anything back home. I'm in heaven here. It's wonderful. And they really are good people.
This is all like theater inspired. I think like after season 1, me and Ben realized that it's more like a play. Fish Tank is kind of like theater.
In this video, we're kind of doing like a deep dive on MDE. You came into the fold around what year?
Right before COVID. I was working at a Super 8 and I was playing World Peace Season 1 as it premiered. And I was getting in trouble for it from my managers. He would come down with a plate of curry and he would feed me from the ceiling. He lived in the ceiling. And he would feed me and he was a nice guy, but he was like, turn that off. It's scaring people. You're scaring the hose, basically.
Yeah.
And that's a true story. And then, sometime later I was working up here. What I'll say about seeing from World Peace Season 1 to Extreme Peace, that 10-year difference, there's nobody that deserves it more than Sam and the guys, okay? Sam, Nick, Charles. Sam taught me everything I know. I shouldn't have been hired. That's another thing. Sam is extremely generous with his time, and he taught me everything. There was no reason why I should have worked up there. I was not skilled. He took a chance on me. He would show me how to use Premiere. I didn't even know how to use Premiere. He showed me how to use Premiere.
So you had primarily just done music videos, yeah?
I'd done crap.
Yeah.
Crap. I'm sure you get people. I was one of the 100 guys be like, yo, Brandon, let me edit for you, bro. Here's my, and it's just junk.
Here's my music video.
Yeah, like editing on CapCut, basically. I was using Sony Vegas.
Prior to working with MDE, Jet Neptune was a part of the rap group Autistic Boys Money Clan with Jameson and actually dropped some songs I really like, such as Soldier of Fortune.
Soldier of Fortune, Psyop Patrick, I'm MK Ultra. Low on shoulder, better get the FBI trying to pat my folder.
And Mudbog.
Trench foot got me swamp stepping, got a China lake and that's a heavy weapon. They don't want to hear it, but I'm interfering and they know I'm close cause the stench setting I'm a ghost.
I owe Sam a lot. He deserves the success. He's bigger than he's ever been. And that's not like a coincidence, and it's not dumb luck. It's like iterations and iterations of hard work and like being very picky about what gets to screen. I think that's why he is where he is today.
While Fish Tank Season 1, Scuffed Realtor, and Sam and Jet streams are all running, a mystery man contacts Nick on Cameo with the idea to self-fund a second season of World Peace.
In October, a dove landed on my truck. I was really f***ed up one day. I was really depressed one day. I was like, God, this is bad. I have a kid. I spent too much money on this barn. I have no money left. I saved a nice pile of money. Then I blew it on this place. I knew I'd be okay with it, but it was like, I'm broke. I have no money. Like, I'm on credit cards again. It sucks.
Oncoming traffic's not looking so bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, maybe, I could crush my head into the deal. And then I have this video of a fucking weird dove landing on the hood of my truck. It was when it was like I started believing in God again. It was crazy. It was nuts. I was like, it was one of those weird things. 2 weeks later, the kid calls me up. He's like, yo, God. I was on Cameo. I did Cameo. And then one of the cameos was this dude who was like, yo, I'm rich. I want to make World Peace 2. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Here's my phone number. Call me. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's like, yeah, I'm going to come up to Boston with my dad. I'm like, yeah, sure. Come up to Boston with your dad. Then like a day later, he's like, all right, I'm in Boston. Where are you? And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, yo, Sam, we got to go meet this kid. And it's pretty serious. We talked to him, sussed him out, see if he was real. And it was a real dude. And I was like, look, man, this stuff's like, we had $3 million to shoot World Peace 1. I want to do a new show. And I was like, all right. He's like, it's important. I think it's the most important show in the world.
The guy who helped fund it has a bit of an interesting story, yeah?
I mean, he does, but I think, I don't know how much of it he wants to be public. Did you talk to him?
No, we haven't talked to him. Maybe they should do like a Zoom interview.
Yeah, we could link you up with him.
All right, you guys, right now I'm with Robert, who's the executive producer of Extreme Peace, and he is actually the man behind funding the show that we've been waiting 9 long years for. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing pretty well, Brandon. How you doing?
So yeah, I was really interested in the story about how this all came to be. Like, what's your story, and how did it end up that you were the one funding, the second season of World Peace?
October 1st, 2020, right in the middle of COVID. I went home to have some lunch, which I never do. Never go home to have lunch with the wife and kids. Decided on the way back, going back to work, let me ride my motorcycle. The sun's out. Literally like 2 blocks away from my house, 18-wheeler, 1-lane country road going 25 miles per hour, just makes this fucking stupid U-turn, wasn't looking, and ran me over. I should be dead. I lucked out. I don't know how I woke up. After being run over, I remember like the ambulance coming to me and the paramedics talking to me, and the guy who ran me over, I think apparently talked to me. Spent 11 months, 9 days in the hospital recovering.
Full year,
man. It was crazy, A lot of tragedy, a lot of trauma, but we were stronger and we're built up. Life is honestly better now. It's hard, life's not easy, but you persevere. What life is easy, that's one of the things you come around remembering is everybody here is suffering a little bit. When they were canceled from Adult Swim, as a fan, I was taken aback. I thought the show was amazing. I think God has a funny way of making things kind of, makes you wait for a little bit before the good stuff comes. I was in the lucky position that timing worked out. I was following the guys after they got canceled, and I saw Sam and Nick doing their podcast, Perfect Guy Life. Charls was streaming still, being funny, being himself. And I would listen to the things they would say over and over. They would, if you listen to old PGLs, they would just go back and forth on ideas and, oh, here's a fun sketch we could have done. It killed me as a fan listening to them talk about all these ideas they had, and they can't put it out there. So,
because you knew they had so much more left.
Nick was talking about this Mark Cuban sketch he wanted to do. It was the funniest thing in the world, and I think it's a sketch that he's got saved and is going to come probably season 3 if we can get it going. But when I heard that idea, I knew I got to talk to these guys. I contacted Nick. He thought I was crazy. He thought I was just a fan. He said, oh, this has happened before. People have promised us to fund World Peace 2. I told them it was legit. I met with the guys in Boston. They pitched me the show, and they were fearless. Sam and Nick were just pitching me sketch after sketch after sketch in the middle of this hotel coffee bar, and just people all around us. And Sam and Nick.
Yeah.
Just saying what the f ever they wanted to. I'm cracking up. Everybody around us in shock.
Yeah.
And I love that about them. These guys are legit. He's coming at me. He's not scared to tell me what kind of brave sketches he's got, what kind of cool sketches he's got going. And I was hooked. I said, let's do it.
They said the show cost about $1 million to fund, right? I mean, how did you come up with the funds to be able to have $1 million for the show?
I got a company and we do angel investments. So I invest in a lot of things. There's medical equipment. I got run over by an 18-wheeler, dude, on a motorcycle. So I love the medical community. I invest in other comedians. We invest in home building. It was scary at first. It's $1 million, but I knew that this was going to be successful. And even if the show wasn't successful, I was going to be happy with the investment I made because I believe this show deserved a second season. And as everyone's going to see, this show did deserve a second season. The show's brilliant.
With funding for the second season of World Peace secured 7 years after its cancellation, there was only one issue remaining with $1 Million Extreme returning to the big stage.
I hope everything comes together. I hope everyone makes a lot of money, but just not me. World Peace is not happening. Better off changing the name of it. There's no such thing. It's dead. The answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. Not a chance.
Upset at how everything turned out with season 1 and the aftermath that ensued, Charles was still not open to the idea of returning to $1 Million Extreme.
I will apologize to Charles. I will do whatever it takes to make it right. You know, whatever he wants to bring him back into the fold here. If it can be done, let's fucking do it, man.
After some long-awaited communication between Charles and Sam, Chuck agrees to return to $1 Million Extreme and begin filming for World Peace Season 2, now titled Extreme Peace.
The magic of Chuck, returning was just was incredible.
Yeah, that was a cool thing. I'm glad we got it worked out.
Yeah, we don't have to get into the weeds, but I remembered the stream before you were officially back. Yeah. Right? And I was there. I was in the trenches of the comment section.
Yeah.
And finding out a week after that or 2 weeks after that you were officially back was like true mirth and joy. It was really exciting, and it is so awesome to have the whole gang back from a viewer perspective.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good to force myself back into the situation because it was just necessary for my soul to just see what the hell was next, because things needed to go forward no matter what happened, or no matter what the reasons were why things went this way or that way. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is being skilled enough to work with other people and to get output out. After the years go by and the older you get, it just becomes more and more clear that the bad or the negative, that's not the best word for it, but anything that slows you down, anything that stops your train of thought, or your growth of intelligence, or whatever the hell you were constructing or writing, anything that detracts from that is just the devil. So even the state of mind of being in a bad shape from something is the devil. I think of it like that sometimes, because it really is. Anything that slows you down.
How was the filming process for Extreme Peace?
It was really good. It was exactly like we wanted. I mean, we didn't know how it was going to go. We knew how to shoot a show, which was good, because we weren't that rusty because we were shooting. And then Alex Schulz was the first one here. Alex was like, I can do all the work. And I was like, you sure do? This is a lot. And I was finding studios and how do we build sets, and rented a tunnel, and we shot the majority of the season inside these like gigantic tunnels that we rented for as short of money as we could. How long did we officially shoot for?
5 months.
5 months? Yeah. Still streaming the whole time, still podcasting the whole time, shooting this the whole time. It was a lot, but I had a good time. For the most part, we had more problems on the set of World Peace 1, which was a pro-union set. Actually, they shoot non-union and they say they're union, actually. But we had more mishaps of my head was banged into a wall. I want to see a lawyer. I pushed the one where I'm pushing the kid's head. That kid complained to a lawyer.
Wait, for the bullying sketch?
Yeah. That kid I was pushing. Yeah. And he's he's a big boy. He's your size. And I was like, dude, you fucking complain to the fucking staff. What are you?
I've heard you talk about Extreme Peace being a fight and having to shake off the rust, getting back into form.
Yeah.
How was it managing that?
The first one we shot was NFL Lawyer, which turned out really good, but shooting that was mayhem. Nick said it was like going in cold to bench 315, which is what it felt like. It was like we hadn't shot a high production value video in almost a decade, and we were going in for our first...
Chris is moaning and groaning back there.
Moaning and groaning.
Is he all right?
He's got to get the audio coming.
Hey, what's going on back there?
Where are we?
We're in East Providence.
Fuck. Your back hurt?
No, it was a fight. It was a fucking street fight mentally to endure that and get it organized and get it together and make it work and make it funny. That sketch in particular might be the one of the highest hardness levels of things that we've done, in my opinion.
Was there a point in time in the filming process where you thought to yourself, okay, we have something here?
Yeah, the second sketch that we filmed, was that Dr. Dealer?
Yes.
Yeah, second sketch, it was starting to, we got the hitch back. From there on out, it was hard work, but it wasn't like a mentally brutal thing.
I was very, very rusty, just in many different ways. So I found it a challenge, even though I'd had many yacht-worthy years of streaming. Improv, sketch, comedy, and all that is a completely different animal that you even forget that you've even done. If enough years go by, you're like this, man, the stuff I did, I'm the best, and then 5 years go by, you're like this, yeah, I'm still the best, bro. It doesn't matter how many years go by, then when it's time again, you're like this, wait, what?
No.
Coach wants me back in? I'm back in the game?
As soon as you're about to start
filming, I felt the same way too. I mean, it's been way too long. And I knew this thing was going to be good and big, and you want to perform, right? And you're also looking back at the first season. It was monumental. It was really good.
Legendary.
Yeah, that was like a
top of comedy.
You got props for the way you acted or something like that. So you looked at that situation and you said, I don't think I have it anymore.
Yeah.
You had the fears, but especially me, because Charles did do all that streaming in between and I really didn't. Nick Rochefort called me. He just said, hypothetically, would you do it? And I'm the type of guy that it's like, you don't even have to ask. I mean, I've been looking forward to that since it was canceled.
10 years.
Literally, like, I would love to do that. That was my dream. So I would jump in there, and then, of course, my next call is to Charles to beg him to jump in there. It was just hard for me to come out and do sketch comedy because I'd grown a pretty strong hatred for sketch comedy.
We always wanted to shoot in Rhode Island just because we knew we'd never get our balls busted. And then, like, when you actually get to do it, it was like, oh, this is awesome. Getting up with people after the shooting, which is kind of fun. Smoking a shitload of weed with Riff Raff was kind of fun. Like smoking like joint after joint after joint with Riff Raff and getting like him like taking down his guard and being like totally normal with me and just being horsed. Just Horse the man. He was like riff raff with me, and then he was like, yeah, I like houses and shit. You the one that likes houses? And I was like, yeah, I watch that Scuff Realtor shit. And he was like, come over here for a second. Then we started talking, then he was like, yeah, I'm trying to buy a house in Florida.
Out of the 6 episodes of Extreme Peace, what are some of the sketches that you're most like excited for the people to see?
They're kind of all good. I don't think there's any whiffs in there, but I think Home Improvement Opioids with Erick Hayden. Well, Erick Hayden is he's very funny.
He's the best.
He's extremely funny. Insurance Fraud Roofing, that's a Chuck sketch. Chuck's got lines in there that are really, really funny, but the whole show is just good. There's no sketch where I'm like disappointed or feel like we could have done better. I think it's all really good.
It's a true achievement and a testament to perseverance.
Well, dude, it's been 10 years. Like, actually, though, it is a testament to perseverance. It literally is. I know it's hilarious, but it's literally.
It's a big one. It's a big fat, it's a big fat thing, and people are going to take it no matter what. You know what I mean? And it's out there, and it got done. Even if people said, like, nah, you can't get that done. We said, yeah, you're going to take it. And it's an achievement because even after all that's happened, that it is what it is something that is really so staggering. It's so staggering. It's so shocking.
After 9 long years, World Peace Season 2, also known as Extreme Peace, has been officially released, and I must say I thoroughly enjoyed it. If anyone watching this video right now wants to see the show for themselves, head on over to mde.tv and use code Buckingham to get 50% off a regular membership or $5 off any Extreme Peace packages. The boys were kind enough to offer my viewers a discount, and I truly think the show won't disappoint. All 6 episodes are out now, so if you need some entertainment in your life, go check out Extreme Peace exclusively on MDE.tv. Next, we visit Sam's office to speak to the directors, videographers, and producers of the show, Alex Schulz, Alex Lucarini, and Chris Lynch, to get their perspective on the making of Extreme Peace.
What's up, guys? Alex Schulz, Be Nice to Me Productions.
And you've been working as a producer, right, on Extreme Peace?
Oh, yes. Post-production has been like a year and a half.
Don't complain about how long it's taking. I'm trying my best. I'm a very slow editor.
You're now reaching the end, the final peak, and how's it looking?
I'm extremely proud. It's the best thing I've ever made.
So we are with the one and only Alex Luke, who is a director of photography for Extreme Peace.
Yeah, baby.
So right now, as we speak, they're wrapping up the post-production process of the show. But by the time they release this, it will be available to watch on MDE.tv. How has it been for you working on Extreme Peace?
It was very surreal. It was very last minute. I've known about Sam's content for as long as I've worked for him. My buddy put me on, and then within the next 2 months, Extreme Peace was shooting. I had answered like an Instagram story request for an editor, and that was the Marvel Stew video. From there, I just kind of threw my hat in the ring to PA for the show, and I ended up shooting it, but couldn't have been more of a blessing. Alex Schulz and everybody involved in the project was so like laser focused that we all had the same goals, and we just wanted to make something special. And I think when you do something like that, it doesn't even feel like work. It feels like it takes on its own entity.
All right, check it out, you guys. I'm with the one and only Chris Lynch.
What up? What up?
What are some of your favorite sketches from the show?
The NFL lawyer sketch for sure. That's probably my top one. I love Daddy Dom. That's just a classic. A lot of these sketches were ideas from years ago, and then they kind of just came to fruition.
What role have you taken on the show?
Audio syncing, helped edit a couple sketches, and just kind of cleaning things up.
You were like a fan when World Peace Season 1 came out, right?
Yeah.
So how has it been like for you going from a fan to a literal producer on Season 2? It's got to be pretty cool, yeah?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was like weird. It was weird making it sometimes. It's like, oh, you know, like we'd be in the middle of something and I just realized like living a dream. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it's really freaking cool.
I was living in a house in Woonsocket and just every day just wake up like 12 hours, go to the studio, paint a set, build a set, cast shit. It was just like totally crazy for like 5 months straight, but it was really, really, really satisfying.
Yeah, I really can't think of any other, even just regular independent TV show that was all funded by one person to then independently launch. So when you talk about $1 million to make a sketch comedy show, it's pretty crazy, and it is monumental. And I think it will, going forward, for people with internet money or anybody who has some sort of independent following, I think it will set a standard for them to be like, hey, like we could do something like this too, or similar. And we don't need studio backings. We don't need the avenues that are kind of old and burnt out now.
And for the diehard Alex Schulz fans out there that might be upset that your YouTube channel got nuked,
Schulz heads out there.
Where can they find your content if they want to see it?
All 100 of those guys. Guys, I have a new YouTube channel that I need to start uploading more to. It's just Be Nice to Me Productions, LLC. Yeah, the old one got tanked, but hey, maybe it's for the best.
Don't you have some of your stuff up on MDE.tv?
Oh, yeah. Damn. Thank you. MDE.tv.
Anything else you want to say to the people out there about the show or anything?
Hey, keep your tool cool and don't let your meat loaf.
What's coming from Chris Lynch down the pipeline?
Guys, if you're watching this, go check out me and Ben from Fish Tank, our podcast, Hong Kong 2 Podcast. Check it out. It's on YouTube, Spotify, all that good shit.
Chris got the fungus. Bang, bang. You're sucking those toes, you slut. You That's right. Chris Lynch, single.
I'll be at every premiere. Please enjoy it. It's not World Peace, it's Extreme Peace. And yeah, I'm super proud of it. Everybody really, they stuck their necks out for it. And I think we got something that's pretty special. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, Brandon Buckingham, the man right here. Thanks for coming out and doing this.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm super excited to see you at the premiere.
Yeah.
Next, we fly out to 6th Street in Austin, Texas to attend the World Peace premiere and speak to the fans about the upcoming show.
Yo, this is the television premiere event of the year, okay? Right now, we're standing with a lot of hardcore fans. If you're not here right now, you're missing out. Mike Lazo, you owe me, George Lowe. C. Martin Croker from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, you owe us $35,000. Pay out for George Lowe from Space Ghost, pay those funeral costs. Thanks.
What did you guys think about the season 1 cancellation?
It was some stupid ass shit, and it should have never been taken off. Tim Heidecker, bro.
Yeah. Yes.
Tim Heidecker, dude.
Bro, Tim, if you're f***ing hearing this, I'm gonna
So what did you think about season 1's cancellation 9 years ago?
I think the thing with Tim Heidecker was kind of weird because, you know, I grew up watching Tim and Eric. That was kind of, you know, a bummer. You know, that
bad taste in your mouth?
A little bit, but, you know, they came back and they're doing their thing. And look at us. We're in Austin, about to see season 2, and I'm probably going to cry laughing.
That Joe Bernstein shit was bullshit. That shit.
Tim Heidecker as well.
Dude. It's because Tim Heidecker was like, he was scared Sam was going to take his spot, you know what I mean?
Tim Heidecker, bro. That guy sucks. First season, did numbers on Adult Swim, bro. Most unique thing they put out in years. And then they just shut that shit down.
Yeah, didn't even cancel it because there wasn't a demand. It was like
there was demand. There was
politics.
Ass blasted about some really cringe shit for no reason.
The silver lining is like they got full creative control now. So it's like they got this audience, they got us.
It's like fan funded, so no one can really stop it.
Yeah, so Adult Swim. Yeah, this is better than Adult Swim.
Don't laugh at things like this. It's very harmful to us, and just don't look at it.
So did you guys watch World Peace Season 1?
Yes.
And how do you guys remember that? Because it's been like 9 years.
I remember being a little ass kid watching Adult Swim, and that shit came on in the middle of the night. My mom walked in on me watching that shit and told me to turn it off.
Dude, honestly, I've replayed it like 500 times, so it's still like very frontal memory for me. I don't know, you know? I honestly didn't think we were ever gonna get a season 2, so this is awesome, bro.
Fixing to go in and see Extreme Peace. Me and my buddies have been waiting so long for this. Like, I am beyond excited.
9 years.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm jumping with joy.
Hell yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the best shows of my life.
Are you excited for the premiere?
Hella excited. I'm loving MDE. They never die.
All right, so you guys just saw the premiere. What'd you guys think?
You know, longtime fan and friend, it exceeded my expectations, bro. That shit was fucking amazing.
Great show. Them boys snap. I mean, you know, man, I went inside, man, and it was a good show, man. Got me turned up.
You appreciated it?
I appreciated the hell out of it, man.
I've been watching MDE for about 9 years, started in high school, just watched the show. Peak. Absolutely amazing.
We just saw them. We were the first show.
MDE. It was good.
Yeah.
That's good shit. Yeah.
I love the NFL sketch that they did.
Yeah,
that shit was gas. That shit was gas.
Both of the game show sketches.
Yeah.
The Family Feud. Dommy Daddy.
Dom Daddy. Yeah, Dom Daddy. Yeah.
Daddy crazy.
You had Letty in there.
It was pretty good. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was better than season 1.
Sam Hyde was trash. He told me to shut the f up.
Sorry to hear that.
No, I had such a good time. It was great. We got $20K. We want to invest in the show. Give us a call. 32. Tell him to call us. We'll invest. Yeah.
That was your actual phone number?
Yeah. For y'all.
I think they accelerated everything. I think they took all the things that worked well about like season 1 and just kind of leaned into it, hit the gas, dude. Transitions immaculate.
The production was great.
The production was fucking sick, dude. The beats, every transition had a little bit of a different style to it.
It was a great show. The graphics, if you like World Peace 1, it's exactly what you're looking for.
I loved it. I love the segment, the Daddy Dom segment. He was like, what do you think her pussy tastes like? And he was like, apple pie. And he was like, what do they usually taste like? He's like, yogurt.
Yeah, he said yogurt.
Hey, MDE, best graphics in the game. Yeah. Best fucking graphics in the game. If you work in the creative industry, step your fucking game up. Get on these guys' level. Don't copy them, though. I'm inspired.
I think it's really cool that they did it independently from the ground up type of thing, because I think that's the future. You know, we're gonna hopefully kind of break the mold away from the more monopolized type of stuff, and I really think they're scared of the more ground up type of content creation.
Oh, what's up, Bert?
Oh, you know who I am?
Yeah, I know you.
Oh, hey there.
How you doing, brother?
Hi there, everyone. I'm Bert, B-U-R-T, short for Albert. It means Black Urban Raw Top.
Nice. Did you enjoy the show?
It was really weird, but if the audience can fucks with it, I can fucks with it too.
Hey, we outside, nigga. 6th Street.
We just watched the premiere of Extreme Peace. What did you guys think of it?
Oh, it was really good. It was awesome, bro. Really inspiring. It made me want to go jump off the porch and actually do something with my life.
Turn your fantasies into core memories.
Live life your own way. Stop living for the media, man.
You got the retard and the Fortnite tattoo?
Follow me, Daniel Bernaldo. We outside. I appreciate everybody f***ing with me for the long way. Can I get a stack of napkins?
I just want to say thank you, Sam Hyde, for everything that you've done for the community, man. I really appreciate you, and I hope that this beautiful creation keeps going on for many more years to come.
Next, we enter the comedy club to see $1 Million Extreme walk on stage and do their introduction for the premiere of Extreme Peace.
We've been thanking you for thousands of years for participating in our videos, thousands of warnings about our videos and what the imperfections that they might have. However, thank you guys for so much support. Thank you. Austin, Texas. We love you guys. Guys, we've been working really hard on this project for about 2 years, a nice short amount of time. Basically, the first season was about 60 minutes of footage. You guys are gonna get about 3 more times the footage in this season. And these guys have been working their asses off on it. Chris Lynch. Obviously, tough Alex Lucari, Alex Schulz directed this fucking thing. For 2 years, they've been working inside an office, and they never fucking complained about it. They asked for more work, and I've never seen two guys do that in my life, and I swear to fucking God. I've never seen guys just be like, more. Yeah! Erick Hayden's kind of this whole thing. You guys, I hope you guys like the show. Just remember, please buy it. What can I say?
They said it couldn't be done! Who's there? What else is there to say but that? Fuck them all!
You guys, I don't like when people combine politics with comedy. And, listen, I think all this woke stuff. Liberal crap. Alright? I don't like when people combine politics with comedy, alright guys? And it's a shame in today's day and age that this is the way things are. And I strive not to, we never do that. We don't do that. But right now, guys, Israel is up against it. They've never needed our support more than they do now. Imagine you're in a schism. You're in your, hey, excuse me, no, save Israel. Save Israel. You're going on a trip. You're going 10 years ago, we got canceled. We were almost dead. They tried to bury us. Okay? You guys, you big fat monster guys. With cherub-like small hands. And many others like him dug us out of our graves. We're here because of you. This is your show. We hope you like it, man. We love you guys. Thank you for coming out.
All right, so we're at the Extreme Peace premiere here in Austin, Texas, and it was your first time watching or second time watching the show after New York, right?
Yes.
What did you guys think about it?
It was like an immortal, timeless establishment that I was seeing portrayed on screen right there. It's beating the bad guys is what I saw on the screen right there. There's a lot of people that said it couldn't be done, but it was done, and that's the way it turned out. I felt it pretty strongly.
It became official, and that's what was nice. Pretty much seeing the raw footage, all that stuff early on. Now you see what all the work these guys put in, it was like unbelievable.
It's a revival of comedy after it was killed in 2015, 2016, whatever it went down. I don't even remember anymore, and comedy was dead pretty much in terms of a show like this. It's interesting to see a lot of the, relative mainstream and a lot of the other people catch up in, I guess, the acid of the comedy perhaps, and now people aren't as afraid of us as they were in the past. Yeah. People are down with the acid.
Is there anything else you guys want to say to the people out there?
Thanks for the support. 10 years, crazy, but they all showed up.
Believe it?
They showed up, they're screaming. It's pretty nice.
Just the energy of everyone in the room, it's like a church, it's like a cathedral, it's a ritual. They're manifesting success for comedy in general. I would put that forth. People come here to enjoy it. Other figures have made life more difficult for it, and when you come back from that, everyone loves an underdog. It's the most extreme case of underdoggerism.
Underdoggery.
Doggers.
Under rough doggery.
Yeah, rough. I like rough dog.
People ask me what's my retirement plan. You're sitting in my retirement plan.
Windshield looks great, Sam.
This truck's my retirement plan.
This truck's like crypto?
Nice joke, Brandon.
Oh.
This truck's a fucking classic. Maybe if you opened your eyes, you'd appreciate that for 1 second.
It looks nice, dude.
It's called a patina.
The cloth interior.
This thing's vintage.
Is this actually your car?
It's not a car, it's a truck.
My bad. After Extreme Peace airs, are you already game planning what's next, or it hasn't even happened yet, so you're just like...
No, I got things going. I think one thing that Frank Yang pointed out is that creating stuff like this is to men what giving birth is for women, and it's the closest that men can get to giving birth is creating art. It's like our attempt at imitating this miracle from God. So when a project is over, do you get like a postpartum depression kind of thing that sets in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started being just hyperlateral and having a bunch of things going at once, so that when one thing ends, there's still stuff to do on the next thing. So I did that to avoid that sensation of like loss of meaning that comes at the end of a project. We have a Sam Hyde show, web talk show. I'm doing clothing, fish tank, and then the next big era is going to be video game design. And so what we're starting right as soon as Extreme Peace is done is we're going to start doing a mini game, something that's kind of like Hotline Miami or Vampire Survivors, something where it doesn't require a lot of programming and intense computer stuff, and it can just be like art and world building. The reason for that is so that we can get our feet wet and get a sense of how difficult it's going to be to build the Joyride universe, which is a game that I've been writing for 14 years.
I remember you going into like excruciating detail about a video game you had planned out in 2022 and like all of the stuff about it.
Yes.
Is it that one?
Yes. I've been compiling writing for that for 14 years, and it has writing from Nick and Charles in it, and it's, in my opinion, very good. But we'll see if I f*** up the actual making of a game part, but I don't think I will. But I know how that sounds.
Yeah.
Sounds insane.
Do you think you'll do a third season of World Peace?
Yeah. It's already written. It's just like we have to pick out which sketches to shoot. That's kind of the easy part.
But I wanted to ask, what's next?
Extreme Peace 2. We had another idea the other day. I was talking with Sam, and we have a better way to go about it. A different gear on a different size engine with a different note. Same thing, just different way to do it. And I'm kind of excited about thinking about doing it like that.
And continue with the Scuffed Realtor?
Yeah, continuing with Scuffed Realtor is too much fun not to.
Check it out. We're with small business owner Nick Rochefort.
Hey.
Tell us about Shimonix.
It's a small antiques company, just a small merchant here. These are things that aren't listed yet. By the time we list them, they'll be gone, hopefully. And this post-mod shit, any of this Italian Ettore Satsas, Pee Wee Herman looking stuff like this. Could be a teapot, could be a flower pot. I don't know, if you don't know, it's always been a fun thing of mine. Rugs are also something fun. We're gonna start to sell lamps. We've got thousands of Russian posters direct from Moldova. That's where we keep them. We ship them right to you direct. All rugs are shipped free domestically. Some things are expensive, some things are not expensive. That rug's sold right there, but that big one on top, that's $15,000. That big guy right there. We make our own candles. These are coconut soy wax candles. Even though soy is a bad word in this world, this is the best way to do it. This is no paraffins, no
alpha wax candles.
One whiff of these candles, you can win the UFC welterweight title. It's not easy to make. It's kind of a pain in the ass and kind of expensive. Jen and Abby, they're the stars of the show. I do like this heavy threat thing where I talk about their wages a lot. There's nothing in the fridge other than White Claws.
Yes, if you want to buy any of this stuff, you can peruse their collection at...
Yeah, you can go to shamonixhouse.com, where you can buy any shirts or anything like that.
What's next? What's next on the docket?
There's a lot. There's a chance that it's very easy to be overwhelmed with a lot of good things to pick from, but you got to pick things, you got to suck things, you got to know how to milk things right. And you got to pick and choose when it comes to how it depends if you're older in life and you could only be around for perhaps a couple more weeks. You're really going to pick and choose what you work on. And I'm at that point now where, yeah, the games that I play, the reasons I smoke.
What is he up to next?
Yeah, and that's what I'm up to next, just living day by day. No, there's a lot of big shit. He's doing for the next 10 years.
What the fuck? That's the craziest answer to what's next ever, dude.
I'm gonna puke. Yeah, that's what I've been working on.
You have to think about how old you are.
That's what. Excuse me, sorry, I'm gonna puke. Man, I gotta think about how old I am.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Before you answer, before I figure out what kind of games I play.
So things are looking pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, things are looking bright. There's a lot of stuff that's on the press, you know. Stop the press, Vicky Vale. You know what I mean? I'm saying there's a lot of big stuff that if it's bad juju. Yeah, no, there's a lot of big stuff, but it's bad juju to talk about things before it's time because it could really curse you in ways that you really don't like. But so it's a lot of ways that I'm the best that's ever been, and honestly.
In other words, there's a lot of big stuff, but we can't talk about it. I really can't. Even if I wanted to, I could. I'll try to answer this slightly more seriously. Charles continues to write unbelievably, and he tells me how to act in those things. That's what I plan on doing in the future there. There's the Palace. Obviously, we want to do more of the podcast.
And we moved to a new channel. We migrated over to a new YouTube channel. What is even the URL for that, Eric?
I'm not sure the URL, but it's still called the Palace. Oh. So, I mean, I'm sure they can search that and find it.
But yeah, so go to the Palace and subscribe right now. It's really good. Yeah. You won't regret it. They got to check out your individual channel.
Yeah, Construction God. Search that on YouTube.
Season 3, is it going to be on the way? Because I talked to all the guys. They seemed like they wanted to make it happen.
That was one of the first questions I asked when we wrapped. I felt it in my heart. I knew we're going to have a season 3. It's going to happen, but I want to make sure that everybody's on board with it. And yeah, if everyone's on board, let's do it.
Get in there, brother. No, yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Salud.
Hey everybody, I'm absolutely exhausted from editing this video. It took an incredible amount of time to make. And if you want to watch the unedited extended cuts of interviews from Nick Rochefort, Erick Hayden, Charls Carroll, and Sam Hyde, they're all available right now on my Patreon. Go check them out. It's a great way to support the show, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.